héroes de la fe. José Arturo Tobias Torres nace en la Ciudad de México el 17 de mayo de 1978. Desde temprana edad tuvo gran inquietud por conocer a Dios. Continuamente buscaba a Dios en lugares apartados, provocándole amor por las almas.
Me acuerdo muy bien cuando empezábamos con los mimos, que estábamos ensayando, cómo nos poníamos a orar antes, el Espíritu Santo se manifestaba grandemente, cómo Arturito hasta lo agarraba la manifestación del Espíritu Santo. Fue unos momentos increíbles que vivimos todos, el grupo de mimos.
Dios me permitió ser líder del grupo de mimos, y ahí el orar por cada una de las personas para ver quiénes los que iban a ser parte de este grupo. Y uno de ellos era este pequeño Arturo, que con la pequeña edad que tenía era maduro y era precisamente lo que menciona aquí, deseoso y anhelando más de Dios. Y luego, conforme iba pasando el tiempo, en las presentaciones donde estuvimos, Naucali, de Sosomoc, en la universidad, en el teatro IPM del Poli, en varios lugares, cómo Dios se hizo manifiesto, y en cada ensayo que teníamos, cómo era ese deseo y anhelo, él de aprender más, porque se le dificultaba, luego era pie izquierdo, pero se le dificultaba, y a pesar de, era constante. Y estábamos nosotros, Erika o Enrique o cualquiera de los muchachos, estábamos ahí juntos, y que le saliera el paso, y él lo hacía.
Se le olvidaba el cinturón, muchas veces ahí buscando a ver qué le poníamos. Me acuerdo bien ese lazo que encontramos para ponerle, porque si no se le iban a caer los pantalones, o que los guantes se le olvidaban. No llevaba los guantes ahí, entonces le empezamos a pintar también las manos. Ay, no, de muchas anécdotas.
Batalla, la cual pensé que no podría ganar. Me sentí débil y muy confundido. Satanás me quería derrotar. Él me dijo:
¿no sabes tú que yo fui el que crucifiqué a Jesús y que públicamente lo exhibí en una cruz? Soy el príncipe de este mundo, pues demostré mi dominio y mi poder. Y tú, siendo tan debilucho, ¿crees que me vas a vencer?
Pronto me encontré en una batalla, la cual pensé que no podría ganar. Pero levanté mi voz a Jesucristo. Si Él pelea conmigo, ¿quién me vencerá? Y Él me dijo:
Dios me permitió que Él precisamente diera lo que era un solo de soy feliz porque Cristo me salvó. Fue realmente exacto lo que ese canto y cómo lo interpretaba Él.
salieron a las calles, también ahí en el metro, a estar compartiendo.
Cuando iban Enrique y Lalo iban juntos allá al metro y que llegaban gozosos también, cuánta gente habían podido compartirle. O sea, no eran nada más encuadrados a los mimos, sino si podíamos hacer algo más, lo hacíamos.
Bueno, para mí realmente Arturo fue más que un amigo, más que un hermano. Fue la persona que me llevó a conocer más del Espíritu Santo. Tuve el privilegio de andar en las calles con él, evangelizando, y ver sanidades, ver milagros, ver la mano de Dios. Cuando estaba a punto de llover, orábamos y literalmente las nubes se abrían, salía el sol, evangelizábamos y al terminar se volvió a cerrar el cielo y comenzaba a llover. Era algo impresionante.
Pero llegó el momento en que Dios lo manda a estudiar y servirle en la Universidad Oral Roberts.
O sea, Dios observaba y él había visto a Arturo cómo anhelaba, y desde que él entregó su vida y su corazón, Dios dijo, aquí está, y lo voy a llevar para acá y lo voy a llevar para allá.
We called him Jose in college. We went to school together for many years. We studied together. I constantly saw him. We were very close friends. He became an RA, pursued leadership. We would help him, we would follow him around. This was a man that was not afraid to take a role. He didn't hide in the corner of a room. He was a bold, courageous man. He wanted to take life by the horns and achieve a lot. He became an RA. He was in charge of a floor at the university. It was a school called Oral Roberts. We went on several trips together, and we also studied finance together. And we became very, very close friends. So I've known Jose now for about 15 years, and it's so difficult to put everything into a short span of time, but I'm very thankful to have known him. His family is very precious to me. My first experience with Jose was we went to Tibet together. We began to train. Every week we would go run and exercise, and we flew over the Pacific to Korea. From Korea we went to Singapore, got on a plane and flew to Tibet. So this was the Himalaya Mountains. It's the tallest mountains in the world. They're incredibly beautiful. We got to see Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. We landed in the famous city of Lhasa, Tibet, and we began to do a prayer and fasting trip where we would do some ministering and sharing to the locals. The main focus of the trip was intercessory prayer. So my keenest memory of Jose at this point was we would stay in a hotel, and at night I would wake up and everyone would be asleep. All the guys in the guys' room would be asleep, but Jose would be praying. And he would be not just praying, but weeping and crying out to God for these people he'd never met before. God just put such a burden on his heart for these Tibetan people. They're Buddhist people. They're not well known. They have a strange culture and a strange history that's very different from ours. But Jose just had this passion to spend time with these people. It was a very difficult trip. We took a hike, a 4-day hike over a mountain pass. It was kind of dangerous. Our group got split up. We ran out of food. It was a very trying ordeal. But we passed over I think it was a 17,000-foot mountain pass, and we made it down to the other side. We reunited with our group, made it to the lowlands, and we had our first good meal we'd had in days and days and days. We flew back, spent the night in Singapore, got to tour around Singapore. Jose absolutely loved Singapore. Absolutely loved Singapore. If there's one place in the world that I think he could be in heaven on earth, it would be Singapore. He loved Singapore. He loved the food, the culture. I flew back to the United States. Everybody was totally tired, totally wiped out. So, graduate, Jose was incredibly brilliant. He studied and studied. He could pick up things way faster than I could. And so, consequently, every night I would go to his room and we'd study finance. So he kind of taught me some things. Brilliant guy. He became an RA. He got incredibly busy being an RA. We didn't see him much. And I think at this time he pushed himself a little too hard. His health started to kind of...
Que agarró un virus, entonces empezamos a orar. Pues todos los que nosotros del grupo empezamos a estar ore y ore por él y no lo dejábamos. Toda su bella familia, Anita, Arturo Tobias, que los amamos mucho también. Nos pedían que no lo dejáramos y nunca lo dejamos. Señor, si Él te busca de todo corazón, sánalo, Señor. Y vimos cómo sanidad y sanidad a cada momento.
Drop a little bit. Jose went on many trips. He went to Zambia, he went to South Africa. I remember him talking about how he loved South Africa, especially South Africa because regional coordinator for the ORE missions department. So the way it worked, you had to go on a trip. Then the next year, if you wanted to, you could be a team leader. He did that, went to Australia. He was especially equipped for the job. He had high energy, very intelligent. Spoke several languages. He could understand Italian and Portuguese, and Spanish was his first language. His English was impeccable. He had a real heart for missions, but he told me he wanted to come back, go to work, make a lot of money, and one day enter full-time ministry. And that was his purpose, and he began to get ill. He went to work for Bull Tick Investments. He got very busy. He would travel to New York, he'd go to London, he'd go to Brazil. And I lost track of him a little bit because he was so busy. He was very consumed with his home church here in Mexico City.
Y él era una persona también muy apegada a desear más de Dios. Él siempre desde niño, yo me acuerdo que una vez Anita, su mami, a él había dicho que él quería hacer misiones, él quería ir y compartir, y así lo hacía.
But he just had such a servant's heart, such a passion to reach people, to encourage people. So unfortunately, in 2009, he became ill, seriously, for the second time. He had just come out of the hospital here. He had had just a tremendously difficult time. He told me he had died. He told me he left his body. He saw his body laying on the table. He told me he saw heaven. And he told me details that I share with some other people that have heard the same story, but they didn't get all the details he told me. He really told us the colors, and he told me he couldn't describe the substances he saw, the colors, and he heard voices. It was a language he didn't understand, and he saw this giant gate. The gate was shut, and he saw a giant wall, and beautiful flowers and grass, and angels everywhere. He said a voice spoke to him, and he did understand. He said, your time is not yet. And he came back, and I really believe Jose saw heaven. He touched heaven. I think it removed some fear from his heart. I think he became a little bit like the Apostle Paul, where the Apostle Paul said, for me to live as Christ and to die as gain, because he saw something, I think, that was better, something that we don't totally understand. Jose had a big impact on his pastor. I think he had a big impact on his church. And tonight, just hearing his impact upon the finance community, it's just so amazing, because he could step into some rarefied air, some places where not everyone has access. I believe that he made an impact on those people, and they will remember what he said. And I think Jose he's a treasure, and I wish he could be here longer.
viendo, por ejemplo, en la última vez de la boda de Manuel, ahí pudiendo verlos, ahí ellos juntos como familia, con la otra parte, la familia Serrano, o sea, muy agradecidos con Dios, viendo cuando él compartió ese día de finanzas que estuvo ahí en el grupo, con ese empujo, con ese empuje, con esa fuerza, con esa llenura del Espíritu y esa sabiduría que Dios le dio con respecto a las finanzas, impresionante, que si mucha gente pues lógicamente no lo conocía antes, yo que lo conocí chiquillo como de 15, 16 años, verlo ahí arriba hablando de finanzas con esa autoridad que tenía y con esa sabiduría que Dios le había dado, era impresionante, era hermoso. Entonces, ese sueño que era ir allá a la Universidad de Estados Unidos, Roberts, de poderlo lograr, de ir a las misiones, todo eso, o sea, eso, pues nos gozamos juntamente con la familia al saber que él pudo lograr todo eso y que nosotros pudimos ser parte de ese pequeño empuje, si así lo podemos ver.
Maravillosa es la obra de tus manos. Tú me viste antes de que yo naciera y fijaste cada día de mi vida antes que comenzara a respirar. Cada uno de mis días fue anotado en tu libro.
Desde el cielo Dios contempla a los mortales para ver si hay alguien que sea sensato y busque a Dios.